Welcome to Season 3 of the Career Mode RTG here at Cambridge United. We find ourselves, spoiler coming from the last couple of episodes, in League 1 this season. Yeah, we somehow pulled off the miracle and we find ourselves in the third tier of English football now rather than the fourth. I've no idea how we're going to get on this year. I haven't even checked what the board want from me to give me an idea of what their expectations might be. I've advanced one day from the beginning of the season so that, as you can see, we have Fitzwater in from West Brom, the centre-back now. Our pre-contract signings have joined us. James Wilden is in as well. And we have a decent squad size, but a number of the players probably aren't good enough for the current level that we're at. So I am going to be looking to improve the depth for the time being, but I'm probably going to lean towards loanees rather than permanent signings so that these youngsters can have the opportunity to grow, and then when they do grow, they'll be able to be the ones that get the first team football later on down the line. So we'll start by having a look at what the board want from us, and you can see there we've got a £3 million budget this season. The extra million or so we brought across from last year with regards to what was left last season will very much come in handy. I don't know as I'm really going to be able to buy many players with £3 million though. I'm still potentially keen on picking up Will Norris in goal and selling Callum Burton. I might try and get that deal done in this opening episode. But this is what the board want from us this season. Youth development wise, they want me to make a £13.5 million profit from youth player sales within 2 seasons. So we are really, the board want us to become a stepping stone club for young players. Sign them up, train them up, sell them on. So we've got 2 seasons to do that, so we'll be able to get that done, I would have thought. Sell out at least 50% of the games this season. I mean, we sold all but 1 last season, so we'll do that for sure. Long-term financial objective as well. Within 2 seasons, increase the club worth by 50%. If they'd have said that last year and then given us 2 years and we could have factored in the promotion into that, then club worth would have drastically improved. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to improve club worth over the next couple of seasons. It depends how well League 1 goes for us. If we can get ourselves into the Championship within 2 seasons, then we'll probably do it. Domestically, they want a mid-table finish for us, so they're not expecting us to challenge at the top. I don't expect to challenge at the top, to be fair, this season. We're probably top half, but playoffs and automatic promotion, I think, is probably going to be out of our reach. Again, they want the round of 32 of the FA Cup, and obviously no continental expectations for us. So, like I say, I'm looking to sign wingers. We are going to prioritise Abadia up top. 99 acceleration, 87 sprint speed, 92 pace on him now. His dribbling's pretty decent. It's just his finishing stat that's lacking. As soon as that starts to go up, his overall rating will fly. Adebayo is still looking very, very good for us up top as a starting striker. I'm prioritising Abadia above Nibs for the time being. Just pace rules overall, unfortunately, in FIFA terms, although Nibs' finishing is pretty decent at 68, so he's definitely going to be able to have an impact off the bench. Conceição will start at Cam at the beginning of this season, and the rest of the side looks really strong other than the wide midfield roles. That's the obvious weak point in the side. We have James Wilden, who I could use moving further forward, but I think for the time being it's going to be a case of Leon Davis starting on the right until we bring in someone else. And Ethan Clark is currently the player on the left-hand side, 63 rated. But we'll wait and see how he plays in game. I haven't yet used him. We don't have that many other options. Robinson is, again, quick, but not that good technically. Knowles is, again, quick, but not that good technically. And these guys... Actually, to be fair, Evans is one of the best technical youngsters we have, but his overall rating is quite low, and he is supposedly only a right back or a left back, but he could play on the wing if we needed him to. So basically, I'm going to look to sell Dunk, I think, now. We'll look to sell Dunk. We'll look to sell Norville Williams and Warman. I still don't know what to do with Andy Dallas. I'm thinking of selling him, but let me show you what I've got on my shortlist currently. So there's Will Norris there, obviously. who we might buy this window. Then I'm looking at youngsters to loan and then free agents to sign permanently. So we've got Dionku here as a potential loanee wing-back. We have Ethan Laird as a potential loanee wing-back. Then free agent signings of maybe Rodrigo Alanis. He's a centre-back and CDM. And he's valued at £16.5 million. So I imagine he's pretty damned good. So I might just jump on him and get him in as soon as possible. He's 6'2", even if he only plays for us for a season or two. But we're getting to the point where I have enough players of quality in each position, and I don't want to sign people for the sake of signing people, because then we're just going to end up with too many players that we need, and I'm not going to be able to keep everybody happy. Alves de Araujo is a Brazilian centre-back and CDM who also looks pretty handy. Not quite as good as Alanis, but he looks pretty damned impressive. He's valued at £10.5 million. There's Zek Hunt. He's only got 1-star skill move, so if we were to sign him, we'd move him up to 3-star skills. Physically looks like he's going to be pretty good. Technically, dribbling looks decent. Short passing looks decent. So it could be a good option. Could play a centre mid or at wing back. Although at 5'5", I probably wouldn't be keen on playing him at wing back. I'm not sure whether he's going to be worthwhile or not, especially with low work rates. Julian Ngoy, I will look to loan back again, if possible. Jack Rolls is out on loan at Pex Voller now, and his wages are upwards of £30,000, so he's still out my price range, frustratingly. Amici, I don't think I'll go back in for. I think we might try and look for someone different, so I will remove him from my shortlist. Further on down the line, we have some strikers here. Nazari Kovalenko, 3-star skills, 5-star weak foot. 17 years of age, looks like he's quite quick. Not amazing technically, but we'll wait and see what he looks like. A potential lone striker would be Adam Ida, who's decent on FM. I imagine he's pretty good on FIFA as well. This would be if we sell Andy Dallas. Joao Pedro could be a potential lone striker or wide player as well. He looks very good for the level that we're at right now. So I'm waiting on a full scout report on him. And then there's another winger, Marcus Tavernier. He looks like he could be very good for us as well. But obviously being at Chelsea, his wages are going to be quite high. In fact, his wages are very high, £52,000 a week. So even if we end up paying just 30% of his wages, it's still a big 15 grand chunk out of our budget. So I think I'm going to try and buy Will Norris. I'm not sure what he's valued at. I'll try and use Callum Burton as part of the deal if possible. And we'll see if they're interested in that. Mitov is still... They're not going to be interested in Burton, that's fine. They're looking for other positions. Have I got any centre-backs I'm willing to let go? No. Winger-wise, I mean, I'd let Luke Hannon go. They are interested in Luke Hannon. Luke Hannon plus £367,000. If I can get Luke Hannon plus £250,000, then you have yourselves a deal, Wolves. Fantastic. Will Norris might well be coming back to the club. I don't know what he's currently on a week. It should tell me what he's on a week as we go into the negotiation. No, it says question mark still. He's got a hell of a beard on him, Will Norris here in this save. That is a healthy lockdown beard, isn't it? 4 years is fine. No release clause, and they're not going to give me an idea of what they want wage-wise, frustratingly. I don't have any idea what he's on. I'll start at 8, so I don't want to offer loads and give him a signing bonus of £25,000, and we'll see if they'll negotiate from there. Now, I'm going to have to scout him. I think, to find out exactly what wages he's on at Wolves. He might well be on a significant portion more than that. But at least we've done it early doors, so we're going to have plenty of time to be able to get a scout report back and see what he's on. Will Norris, how long will it take for a scout report to come out? 30 plus days. Well, hopefully it won't take that long before we get an idea of what his wages are. We want to be able to see his individual stats, but wage-wise we'll be able to get an idea of it. So we're going to work our way through the pre-season tournament in this first episode. That is a confirmation of our transfer budget increase. And a loan offer has come in for Nathan Collins. not a chance. So we'll work our way through this pre-season tournament, and then I'm actually going to split the beginning of this season into two, because I want to get your feedback before I record any further. So we'll do the pre-season tournament, we'll play Fleetwood, we'll play Shrewsbury, and we'll sim Wickham. At the very beginning of the season, we start with a game against Ipswich, who obviously battered us at the end of last year and won the league by about 30 points. So in tomorrow's episode, we'll play Ipswich, Mansfield, Scunthorpe and Bolton and end the transfer window. But it will allow me the opportunity to get some feedback for you guys, or from you guys, before the end of this window, which will be the first time you guys have had, you know, a direct impact at the beginning of a window so far in this series. I've tended to do all of July and August in the opening episode without taking on your fee, mainly because we just haven't had the money to do anything. A loan offer for Dallas, a loan offer for a number of players here, which we will be rejecting. But I'm going to reject that offer for Hannon, because obviously I'm going to want Hannon to be involved in the deal for Norris, knowing that they're interested in him. Offer for Kyle Noyle from Malaga, which is surprising, and Las Palmas. All of the Spanish sides want my players now, apparently. But we will use... I can go and get Ngoy, can't I? I can get him off the bat, provided they'll let me have him on loan. Oh, brilliant. Mahi gives FC Zurich a 1-0 lead after 60 seconds, or even inside 60 seconds. It's not the best start to this pre-season tournament. We got grouped last year, didn't maximise the amount of money we could get from the pre-season tournament. We do, of course, have a new set of kits again. And when we get to the second game, now that I've remembered, I will show, yes, Carruthers, I will show you what those kits are, including a third kit. Of course, you guys had a Twitter, screw you, Mahi. You guys had a Twitter vote to decide what our kits would be for this season. And they were all very popular, but there were a couple of standouts in a couple of key areas. The away kit wasn't the one that I preferred, but the home kit and the third kit were the ones that I preferred. So I'm pretty happy with your guys' decisions with regards to the kits. Let me go in towards this game and I can show you them here. So that's our home kit this season. Nice little, almost looks like a checkerboard pattern, doesn't it? But actually, the darker squares actually say CU for Cambridge United, which I quite like. Then the away kit, this is one that you voted for. That looks basically like a Wickham kit, really, as our away kit. And then the third kit is beautiful. There's a stunning third kit for us this season. Absolutely love that. So I'm really pleased with the kits. The away one isn't the one that I would have chosen personally, but you guys had the vote, and that's the way that you guys decided it. And it was quite popular, that third option. It was option number 3, I think. Oh, they are going to let me loan Ngoy again. Yes, he was crucial for us last season. Now, do let me know in the comment section what squad numbers you think people should have this year, because we've had a number of our goal scorers. Adebayo season 1 was number 18 and bagged loads of goals for us. And Ngoy last season was number 18 and he bagged loads of goals for us. But do we give like Adebayo the number 10 this year, because he's going to be our main starting striker? What number do we give Abadia, as he's going to be my second starting striker this season? Do we change any other numbers? Do let me know what player you think should have what number in the comment section down below. We'll actually do this one with the rotated 11, because everybody's pretty tired there. I'm hoping once we get higher up the divisions and players' stamina starts to improve, we won't have to rotate quite so much. Munzi gives, I don't know how to pronounce their name actually. I don't know whether it's Toon or Tun. They're Swiss, I know that much, and they're going to batter me. So we're going to get grouped in the pre-season tournament again, by the looks of things. Not to worry. I'm never keen on playing pre-season tournaments. It just seems like a waste of time, really. Yeah, they're definitely going to batter me. 3-0 against FC2. Maybe I should, because each season so far I've gone for the tournament that yields the most financially, but obviously that's then the most difficult tournament. Maybe I should go for the easier tournaments with the lower overall prize money, but I'm more likely to win the majority of that, whereas I'm not in these more difficult ones. So maybe season 4 we'll go for an easier pre-season tournament to try and maximise our profits from it. Conceição's given us a nice 1-0 lead here after 30 seconds or so. And Servette are also a Swiss side. 3 Swiss sides in our pre-season group here. Servette, Toon, and I can't remember who the first side was. They've equalised. Oh, it was FC Zurich, wasn't it? And a draw. So we do get a point at least from the from the group, but that's not gone that well. Now, prize money is only 400 grand. Transfer offer for Luke Hannon. He's very popular right now, isn't he, Luke Hannon? Not sure who I've actually got on the transfer list. I think Hannon might genuinely be on there. Can't remember who I actually listed. Yeah, Hannon, Warman and Dallas are on the transfer list. So we shall hope to get those deals in sooner rather than later. Let me have a quick training sim and then I'll double check and see if we've got any news back on Norris's wages so we have an idea of where we're going to be able, or where we're going to have to offer him a contract. Let's see, can I see his wages yet? I can't. Still waiting for those scout reports to come back. Let's advance a little bit further then, towards the opening game of the League One season against Fleetwood Town. And then Ngoy is in. Yes. Yes. That is very pleasing indeed. Harrison Dunk, I need to list you on the transfer list, don't I? Apologies, Harrison, but you are going to be on your way out now, I'm afraid. Oh, pleased with that. Right. He will be good for us again this season, Julian Ngoy. I am certain of it. Let me go and list Harrison Dunk, and then I'll cut back to you in a moment when there's something of interest to bring to you. Bid for Harrison Dunk, £89,000. They're a grand short of his valuation, but at 30 years of age, I'm not really going to, and considering it's such a small fee, there's not really much point trying to argue about an extra £3,000 or £4,000, is there? Whoa. AC Milan have bid 14.7 million for Adam Ida. I can't compete with that, and both financially, and I don't think if offered the choice of joining Cambridge United or AC Milan, Adam Ida would lean towards signing for Cambridge, to be honest. Do you? God, Jesus, how are you supposed to compete with that? Do we know your wages yet? He's on 20 grand. Okay, good. Now we know that, we can go on. No surprises as to why he rejected the £8,000 offer then. But now we know that, we can go in and go again. So we shall offer a player swap. We shall offer... Who was it that we... Oh, God, who was it? It was a winger, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Luke Hannon. Oh, my brain just completely blanked on me. 700... Well, you've changed your tune. It was 300 grand plus Luke Hannon last time. I can't believe they've been... Oh, wow. Okay, so this getting that contract negotiation wrong is actually going to end up costing me a few hundred grand more, annoyingly. 720. Jesus, I don't want to pay 720 grand for him as well as Luke Hannon. I'll give you 720 grand on its own. It's going to cost me an extra £350,000. And obviously his wages are going to have to be significantly higher as well. Not to worry. We'll sell Callum Burton. We've got a couple of other sales that we can make too. I'll offer important just to try and keep his expectations down. He asked for crucial last time and he hasn't this time. He wants a 3-year contract. I'll counter with 4. That will take him into his early 30s. And hopefully they give me an idea of what they want wage-wise. They're being a lot more demanding this time around, aren't they? And wage-wise, no, they've still not told me what they would want. So I'll offer 18 and a signing bonus of 30 grand. And hopefully they'll either accept or negotiate from there. They'll accept that. Great. Well, we have a new starting goalkeeper. Norva Williams has gone out on loan. I've had a transfer offer from Hertha Berlin for Leon Davies. Now, he's only 21. And let me check what his default potential is, because I think he can grow quite well. Whilst he might not be good enough to really compete at this level in League One. He started at 58. He's grown by 5 so far and has potential of 73. That could be good enough at championship level, especially if we factor in dynamic potential as well. So I'm going to keep Leon Davies at the club, but his first team spot for the time being will probably go to someone else. But again, I'm going to lean towards a loanee so that the rest of the youngsters we currently have at the club can grow into the position to be able to take over in the first team. I'm not going to go overboard with actual permanent transfers, because if we do that, then that kind of nullifies the point of having all of these youngsters we've brought through and building them up in the first place. 71 rated for Rodrigo Alanis. Well, he's already signed for someone. A couple of the free agents have already signed for other clubs. not to worry. We have the, like I say, we have the youngsters, and I was unsure as to whether to commit to buy these free agent signings on free deals because of the youngsters we have. Kovalenko doesn't look too amazing. We had any idea of the other guys on our list? So Alanis has gone to Internacional, so we can remove him from our list. He does look decent though. Araujo has also gone to Den Haag, out of Den Haag in Dutch League. 6'5", absolute man mountain. Look at the size of him. Definitely got the stocky body build, doesn't he? Zek Hunt still not sure about him. And then Kovalenko, 5-star weak foot is good, and he's got some pace and a little bit of strength. High-low work rates could be good as well. But again, regen strikers for some reason just have dead finishing, so it would take a while to get him up to first team standards. And I think I'd rather sign someone different than Kovalenko. Joao Pedro has gone out on loan to Valladolid, so he's not an option for us now. Adamaida is almost certainly going to be going to AC Milan very soon. But I am still potentially keen on trying to get Marcus Tavernier. I really don't know how to pronounce his surname. Or it's Tavernier. You guys will have to let me know in the comment section. But I think he could be a good right-sided winger for us. Kind of an upgrade on Amechi, and certainly an upgrade on Leon Davies for that right-hand side midfield role. But I'm waiting to see what his stats look exactly before I make a decision. Hopefully, though, he won't go anywhere. I mean, at 52 grand a week, he's probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Harvey Nibs wants to play. You won't start, Harvey, but you might well have the opportunity off the bench. The first game of the league season is actually coming in July here. Does the team have what it has to avoid relegation? The squad is capable of staying in League One. Is what I reckon we can do this season. Does Norris's arrival mean the end of Dimi Mitov? I've got no worries about upsetting players. Ironically, by saying that, that would upset the player. There's no room for error. I'm faced with tough choices. Will Norris will come in and hopefully be great for the team. He's an improvement on Dimi Mitov, and obviously a sizable upgrade in overall rating as well by +3. We compare them and show you the difference. So diving Mitov has +1 on him, but handling is +6 in Norris's favour. Kicking +4, reflex is +1, speed is lower, but not really bothered about speed. And then positioning is much better for Norris as well by +6. So, and he's got, not that it's going to matter long term, but his current morale is meaning that he's actually going to play above his current rating as well anyway. Right, first game for us at League One level. In our new home kit, can we start with 3 points? Another side, actually, with a Hummel kit as well. Bring it on. Right, Fleetwood starting 11. Alex Cairns in goal. Paddy Madden up top is a very capable striker. Paul Coutts in midfield is a decent player as well. Of course, Fleetwood Town, the club where Jamie Vardy really burst onto the scene, and it was from there he went to Leicester. Did score quite a few goals for Halifax in one season prior to moving to Fleetwood, but Fleetwood was where he kind of came onto everyone else's radar, higher up the ladder, and then moved on to Leicester, and the rest there was history. And that is not the best start to the League One season from Adebayo. Please let me... Please ensure me, Adebayo, that you will be better than that for the remainder of the season. Dominic Brown is going to be a vital player for us in our midfield this year, as he was last year, and I do expect him to continue to grow very well in this third season. He went up by 8 last year, and I very much expect a similar level of growth from him this year. Whether his overall will go up by 8 this year as well, I'm not sure. Dempsey's just walking his way through. That actually hit Paddy Madden. Cano will get rid of that, and that was very nicely done, and we'll try go on our first counter-attack of the new season. And Don Brown is leading the line here, and Abadia could be in if I can find him, but Coutts has cut that out very well indeed. And now the defence is split open, and they could be in again. Josh Morris back here to Dempsey. Morris again, Paddy Madden. Nothing yet to do for Will Norris in between the 6, but I'm really pleased that we've been able to bring him back to the club. He was, of course, part of the RTG in FIFA 17, and he's saved that quite comfortably there, and that's a good start for him. Conceição. Oh, they've opened up space on this far side. They've committed too many bodies forward, and Ngoy could look for Adebayo in the middle if he finds him. Well, But the ball just evades him. We'll pull this back to Don Brown on the edge of the box. Get a turn and then look through that gap for Adebayo again. Well defended on this occasion by the Fleetwood backline. Cano will nod that forward and Ngoy will get to that. Here's Alex Conceição, hoping for a good season from him this year and significant growth physically. To be fair, he could probably do with some significant growth technically as well. Andrew down the line there looking for Morris. Kyle Noyle should have the pace to get to that and does so very well indeed. Oh, and then his pass is really poor. Scuffed, looking for the man inside in Nathan Collins. The delivery comes in. The header comes in from Dempsey. Met that very well, but wide of the target. A lot of power behind it, though. Out wide here to Andrew. Please win that, Page. Well done. Get to that, Ngoy. Well done. Oh, God, that was a bit lucky. Now, I have no idea who's going to be challenging where in the table this season. I hope that we can be competitive in our first year in League One. I don't want to get drawn into a relegation battle and have to worry about not being able to stay up at this level. Now, round the corner, and Leon Davies, who's... Oh, first team spot is probably going to be going soon. Should have buried the first one. Gets so very fortunate, but buries the second. In this starting 11, he's the next man to be replaced. But he's the first man to score a goal for Cambridge United in League One in almost 2 decades. In fact, probably in 2 decades. 01-02, I think, was the last season that Cambridge were in the old Division 2, League One level. And we're now in the 3rd season here. So, yeah, probably the first goal for Cambridge at this level for 20 years, scored by Leon Davis. And we lead by 1-0 against Fleetwood. Into Dempsey. Lifted over the top. Brought down well by Noyle. Down the line to Leon Davis. Fleetwood aren't one of the better sides in this division. So this result, or this fixture, is probably one of the easier we should face this season. And it's a great way to start life at League One, because it could hopefully, and judging by the scoreline so far, will give us a positive start to life at this level. We did win our first game of the save, didn't we? Whoa, strike. We won our first game of the save, didn't we? I think it was a 1-0 win against Colchester. Or did we draw on the opening day and then win 1-0 later? I can't recall, actually. I think we won our first game of the save, didn't we? And Dallas scoring a goal against Colchester by 1-0. Pretty sure. I might be mistaken. But my memory is so bad these days. Paddy Madden trying to give Fleetwood something here before half-time to get them into a position to equalise. Louis Coyle, actually, is a very capable right-back. We'll have to keep an eye on him. He could be an option later down the line for a wing-back signing, although I think Kyle Noyle is going to continue to grow. Currently 67 rated after 2 seasons, and hopefully will be good enough for us for the foreseeable future. I guess staying down in League 2 first season has given players that were early 60s the chance to grow to mid-60s and keep their place in the squad. Had we gotten promotion first season, a number of the players that we're still playing, like Kyle Noyle, like Cano, like Leon Davies, like Abadia, they wouldn't really have been good enough to compete second season at League One level. But because we're third season at League One level now, they are good enough to start, and they haven't found themselves getting replaced by other signings, meaning that they're going to be in the first team considerably longer and obviously will then hopefully grow even further still. So we could see a number of these youngsters that are in our squad now be with us for the majority of the save. That is a terrible crossfield ball and also a terrible turn from Abadia, and we've given the ball straight back to them, annoyingly. Biggins into Burns. Forward to Madden. I nailed Burns there, unfortunately, and they will get the free kick. Is it going to be a yellow card? I think it might be. Yeah, yellow card for Nathan Collins to start the year. Oh, it was Don Brown. Sorry, my bad. Free kick for Fleetwood. Oh, we've injured him as well. Sorry, pal. And I don't know what that is, but Will Norris will gobble that up all day long. Bowl that out. Oh, straight off the field. Well done, Will. That was wonderful. Driving down the line. Finds Morris. Oh, this is good football. Morris could deliver here. In a good position too. Back to Andrew. They're taking their time in deciding what they want to do with the ball. And Abadia is away. No one's catching him. Look at that acceleration. That was outrageous to get to that ball. No, I need you to make a decent move for me. Oh, Adebayo in the middle. I just couldn't find the angle for the pass. Conceição to deliver the corner. It's not bad. Adebayo wins the header. Oh no, it's going to be another corner. headed the ball against a Fleetwood man. Oh, Jesus Christ, Nathan. What was that? Nathan Collins, who I wasn't in control of, ran up, took the head off the man I was in control of. Oh, and it denied me a goal-scoring opportunity. Abadia slightly tripped there. We will get this out of Bieja. I'm going to knock it back to Cano, who's actually being moved to CDM now. I brought Fitzwater on at centre-back and took Brown off as he got booked. And we're going to see what Cano's like at CDM and try Fitzwater at centre-back and see how good he is in the remaining 30 minutes. It's not going to be a permanent change because I'm not going to drop Dominic Brown. But I do want to see if Cano can do a job at CDM or if he is definitely just a centre-back. Because in possession, Cano doesn't have that good a set of stats. So I'm intrigued to see if he could maybe just do a job for us there if we need him to at any point in the future, or if I am only going to be able to use him as a centre-back. I just couldn't shake the Fleetwood man there. Can we win that, please? Well done, Leon. Okay, never mind. Here's Dempsey. Into the middle, the ball could come. Oof. Unorthodox and offside, but not bad from Fleetwood there. Cano to Conceição. Out wide to Ngoy. Conceição's going to go again. Stamina is dropping, as we would have expected it to. Adebiejo through to Abadia. Can't hold off the man. I think they're going to be my next two changes. Conceição off for George Maris. And then I'm tempted to bring Clark on and move Ngoy up top. I think I'm going to do that. Clark for Abadia and Ngoy up top. And we'll see what Ethan Clark can do on the left-hand side, if anything. Down as a right mid, but doesn't really matter. I could always change via the live editor if I want to play him at left mid. Then I can add left mid to his repertoire. It's no different to on Football Manager, as we mentioned before. Just on FM, you can train someone to be effective in another position, and that's effectively what we'd be able to do with a live editor. Live editor is just technically train someone in a new position. Adebiejo's taken that in his stride really well. I'm going to have to try and turn the defender, then get the shot in, but he's finished it superbly. We are going to win our first game in League One. 2-0 up against Fleetwood Town, and Adebiejo has his first goal of the new season. And hopefully, not the last. Dempsey inside to Biggins. Over the top, but comfortably picked off by Lewis Page. Work this forward. Maris. Spread that out wide. Work it central. And Ngoy having an opportunity at striker again. Scored a number of goals for us last year from that role. And on the right-hand side of the two as well, of him and Adebiejo. Could turn provider though, and Adebiejo could be in. I'm actually going to lay it across. And Ngoy buries it. Loving life on the opening day of League One. Although, again, I reiterate, Fleetwood Town aren't a true sign of the calibre of team we will expect to be playing every week here in League One. But this is a dream start to our new season at a higher level. Still with potential additions to be made to the squad as well. Looking forward to a competitive season in League One. Again, reiterate, I don't expect to be challenging for the playoffs this year. We might have an outside chance, but I would be delighted if you offered me a top half finish to begin this season. If you offer me 8th place right now, I jump at it. A 3-0 win on the opening day. Nice to see the new kits in the stand as well as on the players on the field. Leon Davis with a goal, Adebiejo with a goal and an assist, and Ngoy finishing it off. And if it weren't for Bristol Rovers' 4-0 win over Southend, we'd be top of the table. We will be second at the beginning of this season. It's clear to see why we bought Will Norris. Clean sheet on debut, not that he was really tested by Fleetwood today. And Lewis Page was good, but I don't feel like he was really the one that stood out in that game. We're expecting more of a competitive match. No challenge from Fleetwood. I wasn't really expecting more of a competitive match against Fleetwood, but I certainly do for other teams at this level. I want you to know that don't worry. Lineup changes every week, Dimmy. And sorry, Harvey. Oh, he's grown to 67 as well. Bradley Murphy, is he 15 yet? No, still only 14 years of age. It doesn't actually look like he's going to be that good. We might just let him go. Right, a quick training session, and then hopefully we can see what Tavernier's like, stat-wise. and maybe consider loaning him in. But Leon Davis has made a statement there, hasn't he? He wants to keep his starting lineup spot. We're on the day of the next game against Shrewsbury. Chelsea have had a loan offer from Rio Ave for Tavernier now. We've literally just got the scout report back from him as well. Ben Warman has been sold, and scout report back on Zek Hunt. He's gone to Mansfield, so we don't need to worry about him. And the other guys on my shortlist, we can have a look now. Dionku is there. Ethan Laird is still there. Joao Pedro has already gone somewhere else. And Marcus Tavernier, we're going to have a look at now. So let's have a look. Jack Rolls is obviously still at my price range and already out on loan. Alfred Dionku looks very good, but I think I'm going to stick with Kyle Noyle for the time being. Ethan Laird looks outrageous for the level that we're playing at right now. He could be a championship level player that we potentially try and sign. And Tavernier, quick-ish. He's not as fast as initially I thought he might be, but technically looks really good. 70 finishing too, and 70 short passing. He's going to be a championship level player as well. If we can get him in on loan, then this will be a real coup for the club. Be an absolutely banging sign if we can get him in. I'll try and ask for as minimal wages as I can possibly get, because that is a big chunk of my budget. But we're not going to have much money left. Come on, Frank. Do me a solid and let me have him on the cheap, please. 50-50. Will you go for 45-55? Just trying to save any money I can. Thank you, Frank. I don't know if he'll even accept the loan bid to come to us because he's so high rated, but we shall wait and see. For now, though, it's time to crack on with the second game of the League One season away from home against Shrewsbury, who, on the opening day, drew 0-0 against Blackpool. So, again, Shrewsbury not one of the better sides in this division, but certainly not one of the sides you'd expect to get relegated either. They're kind of a mid-table side that hopefully we can compete with. And for the first time, we're going to get the chance to use the Cambridge United third kit. I can't wait to have a look and see what this looks like in game. Shrewsbury's lineup. Josh Fayler is a capable central midfielder. Used to be at Bolton. Got Ethan Banks-Landell on the bench, who we signed in an RTG at Cambridge United. I can't remember whether it was last year or FIFA 17, but we certainly had him as a defender for us in one of our saves. And how good does that third kit look? I love the like off centre striping as well. It's just so good, so good. Let's treat this kit to a result that it deserves. Let's win in our first game in it. There to Laurent. Intercepted by Don Brown, who's grown yet again and is now 69 rated. We're really starting to see some good growth from a number of our players now. And we're getting to the point where we're not going to need that many new additions. I'm almost tempted to say if we do get Tavernier from Chelsea, that I don't need anyone else. But I will wait and see what your feedback is regardless, and then we'll make a decision from there. If you guys come up with an absolute stunner of a potential loan signing or someone we could contemplate buying on the cheap, because we've only got about £2 million left in our budget, or maybe if we sell Dallas we could sign someone else, but I'm not sure who that might be, then we'll take it from there. But for the time being, I'm actually very happy with how this squad is doing right now. Davies through the gap there to Adebayo, cross to Abadia, going to look to accelerate around the outside. I'm tempted, I don't know how to use Abadia. I don't know whether to use him as a starter or, because of his great physical and great pace more so than anything else, whether to use him as a as an impact sub and give Ngoy the starting striker spot again. Is he onside there, Rudo? I don't think he was. No, he wasn't. He's buried it at the near post. Norris is furious, but he gets the decision he's asking for. Offside. If we do decide to move Abadia to the bench and push Ngoy up top, it would mean I'd need another winger though. Do bear that in mind, because then we only really have the players that we've got currently out wide. Leon Davis, and then the youngsters that I don't really feel are good enough yet for this level. So if we do push Ngoy forward, then it would mean I definitely would need another loanee winger. And I think... Okay, well done, Kyle. Let's just run through that challenge. I think I'm going to... Whilst I would like to use Abadia as an impact sub, I don't think I currently have the squad depth to allow myself to do that. That was well worked, but Norris makes the save. I've got so many different plans and thoughts going around in my head with regards to what to do with this squad. But I need to factor in what you guys want me to do with the squad as well. Conceição intercepts that. I asked him to pass it and he elected not to. Udo to Goss. As Shrewsbury look to continue their, well, to be fair, dominance in this opening period of the game. And he's in here, Udo. Collins with a very, very good and vital interception to deny Shrewsbury the opening goal of this game. We have been second best in the opening half an hour. We need to be better. I'll go into Adebayo and then around the corner to Ngoy. Abadia is available in the middle, but I'm going to try and pull this back to Adebayo. Could take a touch and then look to bend it. It hits Abadia, falls to Leon Davis, whose shot is well saved. I'm going to pull this back to Kyle Noyle. Don Brown should be on the edge of the box somewhere, and there he is. And Adebayo is in a bit of space here, and they've left him on his own, but the shot couldn't have been scuffed any worse. Noyle to Davies. Forward to Conceição. Abadia is there. Conceição could go again. He has done. Takes the touch. Shot is blocked well, and we're going with a comfortable save. Conceição's stamina. Look how much lower it is than anybody else's on the field at this stage. We're in the 49th minute, and he's already getting to the point where he's probably not going to be that useful for the rest of the game. But unless he costs me the opportunity of a result, I'm going to continue to play him for as long as possible to try and hope that that will improve his overall growth. The more minutes he gets, the more likely his stamina is to improve over time. So I'm going to stick with him and show faith in him, as you guys have asked, for the time being. Oh, I nearly played and go through. To be able to hopefully get the best out of him long term. But for the time being, Conceição isn't really that useful for me outside of the first half. But we saw there that Luca Hernandez has gone to Chelsea, smashing some big money in this transfer window. Chelsea looking for defensive improvements. We're looking for midfield improvements. Because at the minute, up top, I don't feel like we need any. And defensively, I don't think we need any. Collins, loose header, but Page is... No, he's not going to keep it in. He took a touch and then watched it go over the line. Thank you, Lewis. That's exactly what I pay you your wages for. I'll go with the throw there. Into Ngoy. Oh, sorry, into Adebayo. Wheeled in, his first touch. Into Kyle Noyle. Drill that in there. Didn't quite go as I'd hoped, but Kyle Noyle will win the physical encounter there. Pull this back to Harvey Nibbs, who should have gone down there, and if he had done, that would have been a penalty. Space, though, for Conceição. Past the defender, and misses the target. Wait for that turn. Oh, read it and tried to step in and couldn't get there. Laurent Cummings. Laurent again. Cummings is still there. Conceição trying to keep up with play. Where's Laurent going to go? Oh, hello. I didn't even see him all the way out there. Love push forward from right back. And Cano heads that away. Win that, please. And Ngoy, well done. Oh, Don Brown struggles, but does get it under control. Here's Conceição. Forward to Harvey Nibbs. Back to Conceição again. If we can grab a late winner, that would be wonderful. Don't know as we deserve the victory, but I'll take it if we get it. Adebayo, I was hoping the defender was going to expect me to go to the runner. Adebayo showing great strength and good tackling ability. How on earth does he get possession there? Page into Brown. Nibbs is there, but I couldn't get the ball out of Brown's feet quickly enough. Cummings won it back. Shrewsbury looking for their potential late winner now. Cummings to Laurent. Oh, Conceição. That was very well done. Oh, I asked for a pass and he took an extra touch though. And it cost me possession. Does so well to win it and then messes it up again. Josh Vela. Laurent. Could go back to Vela. We tried to shut down that passing avenue. This is good football from Shrewsbury, but with standing firm so far. Just get bodies in the way. And in my best possible Gandalf, Val shall not pass. Lieto to Brown. Looking for Nibbs. Brown is there again. Here he comes as the wide player, James Weldon, but I can't squeeze it to him. It'll be a 0-0 draw against Shrewsbury, which is probably a fair result overall. There could have been plenty of goals in this game. Oh, it might not be yet. Laurent could set Shrewsbury up for a late... Oh, he's going to win the header, isn't he? He does, but Cummings heads it wide. You could just tell. I tried to attack it with Page, and he ran backwards and around the man, so he was behind him. In classic FIFA style. But thankfully, on this occasion, the attacker didn't bury the header over the bar, and we draw 0-0 against Shrewsbury. A lot of possession play, some chances created, but nothing of any real quality that was clear-cut. Only one shot on target each from 8 total. Where does that leave us? Probably mid-table. Maybe still in the playoffs. Two very strong defences, we'll say, in that game. Our defence deserves praise. We didn't aim for, who aims for a 0-0 draw? We'll concentrate on what we can do better offensively and hope that next time we put the ball in the back of the net. It's the Carabao Cup coming up next against Wycombe, which we will simulate. A bid to take Don Brown on loan, which we shall reject. I'm going to rotate the side for the game against Wycombe and hope that the second string team can get us through in the Carabao Cup. At this stage, like, we're not going to get that much money from going on a massive Carabao Cup run. Oh, that's a better bid than we got last time. We'll accept that. Crew can have him, certainly. So I'm not that bothered about going out in the Carabao Cup still. I know I say that in almost every series I do, but it's the truth. And Goy, we won't start you because I need you for first team football. So we'll start Robinson on the left-hand side. Darling with the... yeah, that's how the backup team will look then. What's that one email? Oh, it's a player chat. What do you want? Concept. Wouldn't mind a rest. Oh, not only have we noticed how tired he is, or how tired he gets, he started to notice how tired he is and how tired he gets. He knows how shitty his stamina is. Get better then, Conceição. Do some work in the gym. Up your stamina. Come on. Can't be a professional footballer and only have 49 bloody stamina, or 45, whatever it is. We're going to get a great win here, actually, against Wycombe. This is going very well indeed. Nibs and Dallas with a goal each inside half an hour, and at half-time we have that 2-0 lead still. Wilson and Dallas adds another. I'm not sure what to do. I still don't know what to do with Andy Dallas. We've made the decision to keep Conceição. They've had a man sent off, and Nibs gets a second as well. But do I keep Dallas? He's doing a job for us in simulated games. He does have the potential to grow towards the late 60s. 64 at the minute, and has the potential to grow to like 68, 69 maybe. We're still in the playoffs actually with that draw. Tavernier is in, and Dunk is gone, and a loan offer for Andy Dallas, which we shall reject. Right, I'm sorry, Leon Davis, but your time in this team has come to a close for now. I will put him on the bench ahead of Clark, though, and then Clark can come out of here, and Tavernier can go in. Play on the right-hand side. That is a very good loan signing for us. That's a superb loan signing for us. I'm very intrigued to see how well he will play for us. Squad looking a little bit tired as we stand right now, and actually in this side, let me then put Clark on the left and Leon Davies on the right. Right. We shall... Let me know in the comment section what you think I should do. The squad looks strong now. At striker we have 4 good options. Or at least 3 good options, 1 win. Questioning in Andy Dallas. I would be open to selling Dallas and replacing him. But do bear in mind, we could use Ngoy at striker, so we do still have 4 strong striker options. With the loan of Tavernier in now, we have 1 go-to wide option, 2 potential with Ngoy. James Welding could probably do a job out wide. Leon Davis is still going to be capable enough, I think, out wide, at least in his first season at League One level. With Clark, who's 64 rated and still growing, with Robinson, who's 58 rated. I don't know if there's anyone else that I should loan in. Maybe, I don't know how old he is at the minute, Carruthers. Maybe we sell Carruthers and buy another central midfielder or loan a central midfielder in. Because we don't have that many centre mids, really. None of my regens have come in as centre mids. They're all wingers or defenders. So I don't actually have any central midfielders. So we've Don Brown, Maris, Conceição and Carruthers. Carruthers is 28. Maybe we cash in on Carruthers now and sign a centre mid. That might be the move. I'm pretty sure that is the move, actually. So we're looking potentially for a central midfielder. And if Dallas gets a transfer offer, I will accept it too. A central midfielder to loan or buy. I currently have only £1.5 million. I can add about 500,000 to that with the sale of Carruthers. So I'd have about 2 million for a central midfielder. I'm not sure if that would be enough. So we might be looking for a centre mid loan. We might be looking for a centre mid loan so we can cash in on Carruthers, not have to worry about buying someone and then take the money into next season. So central midfield, lads. Whether that be a CDM or a cam, preferably someone that can play all throughout the middle, just like Carruthers can. CM, cam, CDM, but someone that's upwards of where Carruthers is currently with his ability. Carruthers is currently 64 rated. And he's not bad, but certainly at 28 will be one of the next players to be moved on. So it seems the obvious one that he's the next to go. Physically, he's decent. Technically, he's decent, but certainly the opportunity is there to improve because he's not going to get any better. Whereas Maris, Brown and Conceição are going to grow. Right, join me tomorrow for... I've just saved it. I don't know why I'm doing it again. Join me tomorrow for episode 2 of this 3rd season here at Cambridge United, where we will take on board and hopefully act upon your transfer suggestions from this and the previous couple of episodes. I'm not going to record tomorrow's until I've seen the response to today's. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.